My attacker couldn't keep it in his pants and violated my best friend. So I dedicated the rest of my life making sure he never gets back on his feet. When I was 14, a 17-year-old guy named Connor approached me and we got along to the point we quickly started dating. Little did I know Connor would become my worst nightmare for the next 3 years. Just like a lot of guys this age, he was obsessed with doing it. He pressured me into having my first time with him and he broke up with me right after I eventually gave in. After that, none of our next intercourses were consented. He was very manipulative and gaslit me into believing I wanted everything that was happening to me. I only realized what he was doing to me after hooking up with another person at 17, and it hit me that he had his way with me more than 50 times. Fast forward to our second year of high school, he violently forced himself on my best friend and she had to get rid of the baby. That was when I started plotting my revenge. I noticed that he would only approach freshman girls, even if he was 20, because they were easier targets. I didn't bother reporting him because that would do nothing, so I ruined his reputation instead. I went around telling every single one of his acquaintances that he was an R-word and told them I was the one he had violated. The rumor spread like wildfire and after a few days even the teachers were looking at him with disgust. He was isolated, and the only reason why he wasn't bullied was because he was 6 feet 3 inches. I could have stopped there, but I didn't. By snooping in Connor's bag I found which universities he was applying to and got his application number, which I then used to contact every single university he applied for and explained the situation. I provided screenshots of his conversation with my best friend where he was threatening her with a defamation case if she attempted to press charges against him. It would cause a huge scandal if they allowed a known R-word into their university, so all of them rejected him. He had to repeat the grade because of that, in a place where everyone knew what he had done and all the freshmen would know that they had to avoid him at all costs. Unfortunately, the next year I wasn't there to foil his application, so Connor got accepted into a university that I hadn't contacted the previous year. But that didn't matter to me. I learned the name of the university he was attending and repeated the same process. There were also former students of our high school in the university he was going to, and they spoke to the uni's mental health center about the inappropriate behavior he had with them, and told them what kind of rumors there were against him. Since I had provided proof that the rumors were true, Connor was permanently expelled for the safety of the female students attending the university. At this point in his life, he didn't have a degree, had nowhere else to go study, and had no social life. His situation couldn't get worse, could it? Well, yes. I made it worse. Connor tried to move to another region where no one would know him, and pass a diploma to work with kids, which eventually landed him a job as an educator for troubled kids and preteens. But he made the mistake of sharing all of this information on social media. With a bit of searching I ended up finding his workplace, and started the same process all over again. I also added a message he had left on my voicemail where he was panting while telling me how hot I was at the age of 14, and how he would have loved to go back in time just to F me again. Needless to say, they got rid of him really quickly, fearing for the safety of the kids. I was planning on keeping reporting him to all the places he was planning to work at, but his previous workplace took care of that for me. They had somehow managed to get him blacklisted on a national level, which in turn invalidated his diploma. Due to this he couldn't pay his rent anymore and ended up being homeless for a while before his mother accepted to take him back in. I'm friends with his older sister who knows everything about it, and told the rest of the family what happened. From what she's told me, everyone cut ties with Connor and his mother, including her. I'm still occasionally stalking his social media to see if he's trying to get back on his feet. But trust me when I say that he'll have to wait for me to die before even thinking about starting to have a normal life.